Hello everybody and welcome to High Plane Games. Simon here, and this is Shift Quantum, a puzzle game that is all around shifting your perspective to get to the end of the levels. I first came across this on PSP, I believe, the series. I'm terrible at it, but I love the series nonetheless. It's also on mobile, I believe, as well as PC and Xbox One. And I'd imagine it's doing well on the Switch as well, to be fair. So I'm going to do some of the early levels just to kind of show you some of the initial mechanics of the game. Then I'll jump on a bit to show you some of the more detailed stuff that you can kind of get up to. So you play as this gentleman who has been pushed into like a kind of virtual reality plug set, which is all about trying to make you happy. As the woman says right at the beginning, she gives you like a weird quiz. It's a bit creepy. Well, not creepy, but you know when you're like, you're sinister. Yeah, you play as this gentleman and you need to get to the exit over there. But as you can see, it's fielded off. So by pressing circle, you shift perspective. And you become, if you're black, you're white. If you're white, you become black. And the whole level spins 180 degrees from whatever area you're currently on. Most levels will have a glitch that you can see there that I've just collected. And then what normally happens is that by shifting perspective, you're able to then get to the end of the level as you go along. So that kind of is the big core mechanic that everything in each level is built around. But what that means is that you have to think very carefully about how you deal with a level both horizontally but vertically as well, because like you have to drop down here to then get high enough to make that jump across when you switch the other side. Otherwise you will not, that's just me getting the glitch, be high enough to get anything. Same as you can kind of pop up here and that's all fine, and to be fair you could have gone the other way with that one, but you need to kind of think about, if you need to get across a massive gap, how low do you need to go so that you're then high enough to do it when you flip. Once your head gets around that, you're all well and good. And this is actually a really good example of it, because look, you kind of think, right, well I can't get that way. I can't, well actually I can get that way. And there's no point to me trying to get all the way around here, so to speak. So what you need to do is kind of think, right, let me get high enough. Idiot. There we go. See what I mean? Even I'm forgetting about it whilst I'm explaining it to you. So you have to drop down low enough to then be high enough to then try and make the plane across. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because it's Shift Quantum is one of those games that when you're watching it in action, you kind of go, oh, that's quite cool. But actually, when you're playing it, your mind gets proper zoned in, and you're like, trying to get to the end of each of the answers as you go along. So let me dive out from these levels, and I'll push on a smoogie bit to a couple of levels further on, where it starts to introduce much more detailed mechanics. So you'll have plenty of spikes to stop you getting around and doing stuff. You'll also have this type of environment where you can't shift through it because it's grey. So that's of interest. You'll also start to have these pushable blocks which you can walk through because it doesn't exist in that plane, but it absolutely does exist in another plane. I've already got that glitch, so I'm not going to worry about driving around to get it. Of course, with the wonders of puzzles, you're always kind of thinking, right, well, how do I get around and do something? So, because you can't push a block into yourself. can you see how what looked like just a push the block in the right place becomes something much more chunkier? And all of the different mechanics that get added in start to do that. So you'll have fans that blow you around, blocks that change from black to white and vice versa, blocks that start to change the polarity of where you are as well in terms of gravity. And a lot of this can be explored if you're struggling with some of the story level stuff in the community tab. So there is a level editor where you can build your own levels. It's relatively simple to do, so long as you understand the game mechanics, because obviously you've got to validate your level and make sure that it can actually be done before it can go up. But as you can see, people are being creative, making little nyan faces and stuff like that. Some stuff is very, very simple, some stuff less so. I like the American flag, little toad with the one up, chessboards, all kinds of stuff, and they all play really, really nicely into how do mechanics work. So there's not an absolute ton yet because the game's only been out for a little while, but there's plenty to enjoy whilst you have a go. So you can go through all the different types of stuff, of levels on here by going through the tag filter, which I find really, really helpful. So if you want to play with rotators, then that's always a good one to flip on. We'll have a look at blowers as well, maybe. Maybe it was that one. Ah, yes. As you can see, there is plenty of spikes running around on that. And look at the way how it changes the level as you go around. You can learn go and reverse spikes actually. And then if I remember rightly, you don't need... yeah. Hope that made vague sense. At the end of each community level you get the chance to like or dislike and continue on. So yeah, so that is Shift Quantum. It's out now. I give it 2 hearty thumbs up. For puzzle lovers, you will absolutely lap this one up. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.
This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.